It can be Sharpies, which is what I'm using. I prefer to use Sharpies for automatic drawings because when I use a Sharpie, I draw faster. And the purpose of this, you know, is to just create and draw without overthinking it. I don't want for you to overthink what you are drawing. So go ahead and get your materials. If you're going to do this digitally, that's fine. You can just submit your file at the end of this. If you're doing this in your sketchbook, that's fine too. You can do a different picture for each image. You can do, you can just divide your paper up as however you want, just as long as you have the same number as everyone in the end. One of my favorite things to draw on are note cards for automatic drawings because they're quick, they're fast, and I like the size. It limits me size-wise to make sure that I get the full thing drawn. So I'm going to fold my paper, or if you're doing in a sketchbook and you don't want to tear it out, you can just make those lines. I'm going to fold it in half there. Fold it in half again. And then fold it in half again, right? And I hope that everybody can see me. If you have not pinned me so that my image, my hands is what is showing, then of course if you click my name and click those 3 dots, that will work. And for those of you that missed it, we did receive an announcement this morning that the Microsoft Teams app is not working. It's a little glitchy. So that could explain some of the issues that we've had this week with people not being able to pin me or not being able to see. What? Can you say that again or type it in the chat? I messed up. Oh, okay. Can I have a thumbs up if your camera's on, or a raise of your hand, or say yes in the chat that you can see what I have done? Okay, good. Good. And again, the materials that you use for this assignment are completely your choice, all right? This is completely your choice. If you're doing this on notebook paper, that's fine. Even if you use notebook paper for your Inktober drawings, that is fine too. I, of course, prefer the white paper, but if all you have is the notebook paper, then please use what you have available, all right? Now, for our first automatic drawings, last class period, we did automatic drawings, and I just timed you for each section. And I didn't give you a specific prompt. Okay? Did you have a question, Amani? I see on the screen that you were talking, but I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah. I can't hear what you're saying. But last class period, we did our automatic drawings and we just drew. This class period, I'm going to give you a specific prompt or specific themes. You are going to draw. Your focus will be lines, and you can draw however you would like. And again, you can see I've done on note cards here. The only thing that you have to do is make sure your lines go from edge to edge. That's it. So they could go from this edge to this edge, this edge to this edge. They could go from this edge to this edge. They could connect to the same edge. It's however you want for it to work, but it does need to go from edge to edge. And you can see in my automatic drawings, I did mine for like, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 seconds. Like they were really, really fast. I'm going to give y'all a minute for yours, but you can see how mine kind of progress, where they just start off on these swirls, and then I get a little bit more detailed, and then I'm adding different types of lines. Here I added different types of lines, and I started to add value, because remember, there's no wrong way to do this. You can add in shapes, you can add in value to it. Just start with the lines from edge to edge. See, this one goes from this edge to the same edge, but it's still connected from edge to edge, right? And then I added those other objects in. You can see I'm getting like a little more busy, then I switched back. This one I drew the lines and I started to add in value. These I switched to a larger sheet of paper. So there's no wrong way to do this. When I did this with my other classes, you can see I started off here. And you can see how it progresses from edge to edge. And then I switched to color. This one was my next one because it doesn't have to be in a set order. And I've added, I want you to notice, you might say, well, that doesn't go from edge to edge, but a dotted line is a type of line, and that is going from edge to edge. Then I'm using color here, different types of lines. And then here I made like these big, thick boulder lines, and I added in texture into the background. So you can see how it progresses. And I hope that you see how your first one is good, but your last one or one of your last ones should start to be your best. And on these, I used all different types of colors. So were there any questions about what we're doing this morning for our first automatic line set? No? We're good? Now, if I'm going to set my timer, do we need to raise your hand or put on the chat ready if you're ready to go? And if you say that, then I know you do not need to watch me do one drawing, like do one demo. All right, so I have enough people that are ready that I'm going to start. So you're going to start in your first section. It doesn't matter which order you go in. That's your choice, even if you flip pages. But I'm going to give you 1 minute per box. And remember, edge to edge material of your choice. Ready? Begin. And today's Inktober is fish, so you want us to use that as your focus. Right? You don't have to. There's no wrong answer. This is just getting in the habit of creating and drawing. And all of these will make sense when I assign you our final project because they are all connected. You'll see how they all work together. Okay. Remember, a dotted line goes from edge to edge. I can also add textures or colors to my sections, right? Stop. Go to your next section, whichever one that is, and begin. Sometimes I use the lines from my last one as my inspiration for my next one. And for those of you that have just come in, we are doing automatic drawings, which means you just create. You don't overthink what it is that you're making. You just draw. And whatever happens, that is what you have your automatic drawing. This is just to warm you up and get you thinking creatively again. The theme today is lines, so they can go from edge to edge, right? So as long as they go from one edge to the other, for those of you that have just joined us. Okay, stop, go to your next one and begin. Since we have been talking about ink, this is a continuous line and goes from edge to edge. I'm going to add color because, well, I'm the artist and I can. There's no wrong answer here. Sorry, remember I share my space with my lovely daughters, so you might hear them occasionally in the background. And you can do this on notebook paper. Like I said, I really enjoy note cards. It's whatever you choose. There's no wrong answer. Okay, so stop, switch to your next, and begin. And I have had students, like I've said before, that have done this digitally, like on an iPad or their tablet. That's fine too. The material doesn't matter on this one as much as it does just the drawing and creating. All right, stop and go to your next and begin. If you're using metallic Sharpies, or you have metallic Sharpies, or really any kind of metallic marker, but Sharpies especially, you need to store them upside down. I have here where I'm storing them. You can see these are my metallic ones and these are my regular ones. If you don't store them upside down, they will dry out a lot faster. And you don't want that. So make sure you're storing those upside down. It really helps with that pigment. Also, sometimes you can take it and you can kind of do it on the edge and it will kind of make it work again like that did. Okay, stop, go to the next one and begin. I'm gonna try that green again. It's just not gonna work. And if you can hear that, that is my large dog. He's in timeout. That's why he's whining. All right, are those questions, or did you just forget to put your hand down, or it wouldn't let you put your hand down from earlier? I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay, stop, move to your next, and begin. And I'm filling this section in with color because remember, you can do that. There's no wrong answer here. Whatever you feel. I'm twisting my paper so I can get a better viewpoint, an easier way to make the marks that I want. Okay, stop, move to your next section and begin. if you notice, if you ever buy these metallic Sharpies, especially the large ones, they're even in the container upside down. And now you know why. See, that one's not working great, but if I go to the edge, there you go. It works again. The metallic Sharpies, not that you have to have any or you have to buy any of them, but they do cover almost any surface. All right, so you're gonna stop. Now use the next minute to look at your image, the things that you've drawn, and either add details to one of them, whether it's your favorite, or you can go through and work on all of the other 8. So it's your choice, but you have 1 minute to kind of finish up your drawings. I'm just going to add a little bit of detail on some of mine. Okay, so stop. And you should have your 8 automatic drawings using a line as your inspiration that goes from edge to edge. Now,